You know what most men never understand? They assume women fall in love through logic, through gestures, through music, nice words. But here's the real truth. A woman doesn't fall for what comes out of your mouth. She falls for the way she feels music when she's next to you, often without even noticing it. It's not the gifts, not the effort, not the perfect timing. It's the emotional atmosphere you create slowly, quietly under the surface. So today, I'm not giving you cheap tricks. I'm breaking down the true psychological triggers, the presence, the energy, music, the emotional steadiness that make a woman bond with you deeply, even if she can't explain why. Let's get into it. Point 1. She falls for how you respond to her silence. Most men get weird when a woman goes quiet. They talk too much. They push. They panic. But the man who stays calm, who doesn't force her music to explain, who just holds steady, that's the man she starts trusting. Your calm in her distance tells her, I don't need to control you. I can handle your quiet. That alone builds attachment without a word. Point music 2. She falls for the man who doesn't break under emotional pressure. A lot of guys run the moment feelings show up. They defend, they fix, or they escape. But the man who stays grounded, music, who listens without trying to solve her, who breathes instead of reacting, that man becomes her emotional safe music place. And when she realizes nothing she feels scares you, that's when she begins to attach. Point 3. She falls for the man who protects his energy. Women are drawn to a man who values his peace. The man who doesn't rush to reply, doesn't beg for attention, doesn't explain himself just to music, stay liked. That man radiates self-respect. Boundaries speak louder than compliments. They say, my energy matters. That's not ego, that's maturity. And she feels it. Point 4. She falls for how you hold her flaws. She's not looking for someone who only loves her on her best days. She's watching how you respond to her moods, music, her doubts, her messy moments. When you don't shame her, when you don't judge her for being imperfect, music, you give her the freedom to be real. And women don't fall for men who make them feel flawless. They fall for the men who make them feel safe to be human. Point 5. She falls for leadership without control. Quiet confidence hits different. You don't need to dominate. You don't need to take charge music loudly. You lead with intention. You decide without hesitation. You move with direction, and that direction allows her to relax. Not because you take her power, but because she can trust your path. That trust music becomes emotional pull. Point 6. She falls for the man who doesn't force connection. Most men try to rush intimacy. They overshare, they push deep talks. They want instant vulnerability. But the man who lets connection grow naturally, that's who she remembers. You don't demand openness, you give space. And when she finally shares, music you listen to understand, not to perform. That patience builds real emotional depth. Point 7. She falls music for the life you're creating without her. Here's the twist. The more grounded and fulfilled you are on your own, music, the more she becomes drawn to your world. When your life has direction and momentum, she naturally wants to be part of it. You don't talk about your purpose at music, you live it. You're not waiting for her to choose you. You've already chosen your path, that's magnetic. Music. Point 8. She falls for emotional control, not emotional distance. Being emotionally composed doesn't mean being cold. It means you don't get rattled by every mood swing. Your music not desperate for reassurance. You're not chasing validation. You're steady, unshakable music. And when she realizes her chaos doesn't move you, her curiosity turns into attraction. And that attraction becomes attachment. So, if you want to know how women truly fall in love, stop focusing on the lines you say. Start focusing on the energy music you bring, because it's not the compliments, not the dates, not the grand gestures. It's the emotional experience of being around you. Be the man who makes her feel understood in silence, steady in chaos, and drawn to your life without needing to be the center of it. If this resonated, comment emotional gravity below. And remember, you don't chase real love.